What you are about to hear will shake you to your core. This is not just another celebrity headline, not just another piece of gossip to scroll past. This is the collapse of an empire. Beyoncé, the queen herself, the woman who seemed untouchable, unstoppable, unbreakable, has just suffered the most catastrophic downfall of her career. Sources confirm that millions, yes, millions have vanished. Her business empire, the dream she built outside the stage, the vision she swore would carry her legacy far beyond the music industry, has crumbled in silence, in secrecy, and in spectacular fashion. But here's the part no one saw coming. Insiders say this isn't just about money. It's betrayal. It's sabotage. It's whispered conspiracies of trusted advisors turning on her. Deals collapsing at the 11th hour, secret recordings of boardroom meltdowns, and leaked text messages that suggest her empire was being set up to fail from the inside. We're talking about Beyoncé, a global icon, now portrayed by insiders as a woman fighting to hold on to everything as it slips through her fingers. Social media is in chaos. Fans are in disbelief. Celebrities are picking sides. And the truth, it's uglier, darker, and far more twisted than anyone could have imagined. The empire has fallen. The betrayal has been exposed. And what comes next will leave Beyoncé's entire legacy hanging by a thread. Stay here, because what you're about to discover changes everything. The whispers began late at night. An anonymous tip slid into the inbox of a gossip journalist with one chilling line. Beyoncé's empire is falling apart, and it's worse than you think. At first, no one believed it. Beyoncé, the most flawless brand in the world. The woman who turned every step, every look, every single lyric into pure gold. Impossible. But within hours, the cracks began to show. Financial filings appeared online. Confidential reports showing staggering losses in her clothing line, her lifestyle brand, and even her highly anticipated investment ventures. Millions gone. But how? The answer, insiders say, lies in betrayal. Betrayal not from enemies outside, but from the very people closest to her. According to leaked text messages obtained by industry insiders, a top executive within her company had been secretly sabotaging deals, leaking contracts to competitors, and feeding confidential strategy to rival brands. The messages are damning. She doesn't even see what's coming. One reads, followed by a laughing emoji. And if that wasn't shocking enough, secret recordings of a boardroom confrontation have surfaced. In one clip, Beyoncé's voice, usually calm, controlled, and commanding, cracks with fury. I trusted you. I built this with you. And you destroyed it? The room falls silent, the tension thick enough to cut. Witnesses say chairs were slammed, papers thrown, and Beyoncé herself stormed out in tears, leaving her empire in chaos. Social media went nuclear. Hashtags like #Beyoncé broke and #Empire crash trended worldwide within minutes. Fans fought online wars, some defending her with cries of, "She rise again," while others posted memes mocking the collapse. Pictures of luxury mansions, caption foreclosure sale, and edited clips of her concerts spliced with cash register sounds. But this wasn't just internet noise. The betrayal ran deeper. Insiders claim Beyoncé discovered hidden bank transfers, tens of millions funneled out of company accounts into offshore holdings linked to her own inner circle. These weren't just mistakes. They were deliberate moves orchestrated behind her back. One chilling email surfaced. The queen won't be queen for long. Watch how fast this burns. It was allegedly written by a former ally, someone she had elevated, someone she had trusted with her brand, now accused of engineering her downfall. And if money wasn't enough, the humiliation became public. A rival star, unnamed but heavily implied to be one of Beyoncé's closest industry competitors, posted a cryptic tweet just as the scandal broke. When you build on sand, don't be surprised when the tide comes in. This post garnered millions of likes, fueling speculation that Beyoncé's rivals knew about the collapse long before fans did. Meanwhile, Footage leaked from a private after-party just weeks earlier shows Beyoncé looking visibly shaken, whispering to a close friend, "Something isn't right. I feel like they're setting me up." Fans are now dissecting that clip frame by frame, calling it the moment she knew. But perhaps the most explosive revelation came from an insider who claims Beyoncé had been warned months ago, warned not to trust certain advisors, warned that the foundation of her empire was cracking. She ignored it. She believed loyalty would protect her. Instead, loyalty became the knife in her back. The meltdown reached its peak when news broke of an emergency call with investors. According to multiple sources on the line, Beyoncé broke down mid-sentence. "I've lost everything," she allegedly whispered, her voice breaking. "I don't know who I can trust anymore." For an artist who built her career on control, perfection, and untouchable image, the admission was devastating. And yet, the chaos wasn't confined to her boardrooms. Fans outside her Houston headquarters clashed with paparazzi screaming, "Leave her alone," while others demanded answers. What happened to the money? Twitter threads dissected every rumor, every financial clue, every betrayal. On TikTok, creators staged dramatic reenactments of the leaked boardroom confrontation. Their videos going viral overnight, celebrities weighed in. Some offered public support, tweeting heart emojis and words of encouragement. Others fanned the flames. One pop diva, a longtime rival, posted a single, cutting message, "Queens don't cry in boardrooms." That line alone sent shockwaves through the fandom, sparking a digital war between fan bases so intense that servers on multiple platforms reportedly crashed. And then came the most damning twist yet. Court documents revealed that Beyoncé herself had quietly filed legal action against one of her former executives. The allegations: fraud, embezzlement, sabotage. The details are sealed, but insiders claim the case could expose an entire web of betrayals spanning years. What was supposed to be Beyoncé's ultimate power move, building a billion-dollar empire outside of music, had now become the stage for her most public collapse. The leaks kept coming, the betrayals piling higher, the humiliation spreading wider, and yet, through all the chaos, one thing remained unanswered. Who orchestrated this? Was it a trusted advisor gone rogue? Was it a rival celebrity pulling strings from the shadows? Or was it an elaborate conspiracy designed to strip one of the most powerful women in entertainment of her crown? The answer may be darker than anyone dares to admit. Because according to one final leak, the sabotage may not have come from outside forces at all. It may have come from inside her own family. The whispers about betrayal inside her family spread like wildfire. At first, fans dismissed it as too cruel, too outrageous, too unthinkable. But then the leaks came. A series of text messages allegedly between Beyoncé's own cousin and a disgruntled former manager painted a picture of manipulation that left fans speechless. One message read, "She doesn't listen. She thinks she's untouchable. When this falls, she'll have no one to blame but herself." Another, even darker, "Tell them where the money really went. The truth will ruin her." Almost overnight, the internet erupted. Was it possible? Could the very family members she credited with standing by her side be the ones sharpening the knives? Fan forums exploded with theories, some pointing to siblings, others to in-laws, others still to extended relatives with long-held grudges. The narrative shifted from corporate sabotage to personal betrayal. Betrayal dripping with jealousy, envy, and decades of buried resentment. But if that wasn't enough, another leak ripped through social media like lightning. A secret recording from a supposed family meeting. In the muffled audio, a female voice eerily similar to Beyoncé's can be heard shouting, "You're supposed to protect me, not steal from me." Another voice, male, fires back coldly, "You've built an empire on lies. Don't act like we don't know." The recording ended abruptly, but the damage was done. Fans couldn't believe their ears. Was this real? Or was someone planting fabrications to destroy her image piece by piece? Either way, The illusion of Beyoncé's flawless family unity was shattered. Flawless family unity was shattered. And the drama spilled straight onto social media. Within hours, #Beyoncé's family betrayal was trending. Twitter turned into a battlefield. Some fans defended her fiercely. Others dissected every second of the recording. TikTok creators mocked up animated skits of the supposed family feud. Instagram flooded with memes showing Beyoncé alone on a throne. Surrounded by snakes, the chaos reached fever pitch when a former collaborator, someone who had toured with her in the early 2000s, went live on Instagram. Through tears, they claimed she knew. She's been fighting this for years. But the truth is, the people closest to her aren't loyal. They never were. The live stream racked up millions of views before it was mysteriously cut short, leaving viewers in a frenzy of speculation. Meanwhile, other celebrities pounced. A longtime industry rival released a diss track within hours of the leaks, filled with thinly veiled references to Beyoncé's crumbling empire. One lyric sent shockwaves through the fandom. Even queens fall when their kingdom's fake. The track went viral on TikTok, sparking reaction videos, dance challenges, and yet another storm of memes. But behind the spectacle, insiders whispered of something darker. Reports surfaced Beyoncé had been quietly cut out of major endorsement deals. Brands terrified of this scandal, distancing themselves with lightning speed. One by one, partnerships that had once made her millions evaporated. A leaked email from a global fashion house confirmed it. We can no longer be associated with the instability surrounding Ms. Knowles Carter. That single email was more than a rejection. It was a symbol that the invincible brand of Beyoncé had become radioactive overnight. And then came the meltdown, not on stage, not behind closed doors, but in public. At a high-profile gala just days after the leaks, Beyoncé arrived late, visibly shaken. Paparazzi cameras caught her arguing with her team at the entrance. Witnesses say her voice cracked as she snapped, "You all lied to me," before storming past stunned photographers. The footage went viral instantly. Headlines screamed, "The Queen cracks." The gossip machine devoured every second. Viral clips of her teary-eyed expression were dissected in slow motion. Fans debated whether this was a moment of vulnerability or the beginning of a full breakdown. Even her most loyal defenders struggled to spin it. Meanwhile, the whispers of sabotage only grew darker. A second whistleblower, this time claiming to be an ex-accountant for her company, released documents suggesting Beyoncé's finances had been drained for years. Tens of millions allegedly funneled into phantom investments that led nowhere. When journalists dug deeper, they found ties to shadowy shell companies linked back to, shockingly, people connected to her own bloodline. And yet, the betrayal didn't stop at family. Screenshots of private group chats between A-list celebrities leaked online, showing rival stars mocking Beyoncé behind her back. One allegedly wrote, "She thought she was untouchable. Guess not." Another, "Watch her beg to stay relevant." Fans exploded with fury, demanding names, demanding accountability. Who was mocking their idol in her darkest hour? The feud lines hardened. Some celebrities came forward publicly, professing solidarity. Others stayed silent, their silence louder than any words. A-listers who once flaunted their friendships with Beyoncé quietly unfollowed her on Instagram, sending fans into another spiral of conspiracy theories. And just when it seemed like the scandal couldn't get worse, another bombshell leaked, a private video call between Beyoncé and her inner circle. She's seen wiping away tears, saying in a trembling voice, "I feel like the walls are closing in. Everyone I trusted has betrayed me. If I fall alone." The clip ended abruptly, but it was enough. Fans were devastated. Was this the end of Beyoncé as they knew her? The story spiraled further out of control when a rumor surfaced that Beyoncé was considering stepping away from music entirely, retreating into silence, vanishing from the spotlight to salvage what was left of her life. Fan accounts collapsed into hysteria. "We can't lose her. Not like this." But then, in the midst of the despair, came one final leak, the most shocking yet an anonymous source dropped what they called the real smoking gun set of emails, allegedly between Beyoncé's management and a powerful industry rival, hinting that the betrayal was not just about family greed or executive sabotage. It was bigger, coordinated. The emails suggested a conspiracy involving multiple players, business partners, rivals, even entertainment power brokers, all working in secret to dismantle her empire from the inside out. And at the center of those emails was one chilling line. Buried in a thread of negotiations, the queen must be dethroned. The world will know soon enough. The fandom froze. The internet exploded. The story had gone from personal collapse to global conspiracy. And the worst part? Insiders whispered that the next leak would name names. The question wasn't just who betrayed Beyoncé. Anymore, it was who orchestrated her destruction. The world didn't have to wait long. Less than 24 hours after whispers of a coordinated conspiracy hit the internet, the names began to drop. Anonymous accounts leaked documents with ruthless precision, each one more damning than the last. At first, it seemed like just another rumor cycle, another storm of gossip. But then journalists began verifying them. Screenshots matched. Email headers checked out. The conspiracy was real. The first name, a shock to everyone. One of Beyoncé's oldest collaborators. Someone who had been with her since the Destiny's Child days. It's allegedly linked to shell companies siphoning millions from her businesses. Fans gasped. Was it jealousy? Revenge? Or a calculated move to destroy the woman they once called a sister? The second name was even darker. A high-profile entertainment mogul. Long rumored to be jealous of Beyoncé's dominance, now revealed in leaked chats as the architect of the plan. One message stamped with their signature email handle sent chills through the fandom. If we pull this off, she'll never recover. She'll be forced to crawl back. Atch! And then came the third name, the one that broke the internet. A member of Beyoncé's own extended family tied directly to fraudulent accounts that drained millions. The betrayal wasn't speculative anymore. It was personal. The woman who had sung about loyalty, about unity, about family, was now the victim of treachery from within her own bloodline. The fallout was instantaneous. Fans rioted online. Hashtags like #BeyoncéBetrayed and #Dethrone the Queen lit up every platform. Twitter Spaces ran for hours, dissecting every email, every leak. YouTube channels pumped out breakdowns of the conspiracy, racking up millions of views in hours. On TikTok, fans filmed themselves sobbing, screaming, burning posters in fury. The fandom wasn't just hurt, it was fractured. And Beyoncé, insiders say she collapsed under the weight of it all. Reports emerged of her locking herself in her mansion for days, refusing calls, refusing to leave her bedroom. Staff members allegedly found her in tears, repeating one phrase over and over: "I can't trust anyone. Not anymore." But the chaos didn't stop at her doorstep. Rival celebrities doubled down, taunting her downfall with cryptic posts. One A-list singer tweeted, "The throne is empty now." Another posted a champagne emoji on Instagram the moment the leaks dropped, sparking outrage that they were celebrating her collapse. The industry turned into a battlefield. Alliances exposed, rivalries reignited. Meanwhile, financial analysts confirmed the worst Beyoncé's empire wasn't just bruised. It was in freefall. Valuations of her companies plummeted overnight. Investors fled. Major brands terminated contracts. Tabloids plastered headlines like "From billionaire to broke" across their front pages. And the most devastating blow came when leaked audio from a private investor call surfaced. In it, Beyoncé's voice trembles as she confesses, "I can't cover this. I've lost too much. If the leaks keep coming, I'll be ruined." For fans, it was the unthinkable, the strongest woman in pop culture. History admitting defeat. But the storm was only beginning. Another set of leaks dropped like bombs. Secret recordings of screaming matches between Beyoncé and her inner circle. In one, she allegedly slams her fist on the table, shouting, You all wanted me gone. Your vultures feeding off my pain. Another clip, darker still, captures her whispering. If they think I'll fall quietly, they don't know me. The recording sent fans spiraling. Was she broken, or was she plotting her comeback? Was this the end of Beyoncé the Empire, or the rebirth of Beyoncé the Avenger? As the frenzy escalated, global news outlets picked up the story. BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, every major platform splashed her collapse across the headlines. The narrative shifted from celebrity gossip to a cultural crisis. Commentators debated whether Beyoncé's downfall was a warning about the fragility of fame, or the ruthless cruelty of an industry that devours its own. And then, as if the world wasn't already at breaking point, the final leak landed. It wasn't an email. It wasn't a text. It was a video. The grainy footage, allegedly from a hidden camera in a private office, showed a meeting between the conspirators. Faces blurred, but voices unmistakable. They laughed as they discussed her downfall. They mocked her desperation. And then one voice, clear and sharp, delivered the line that would echo across the internet. The queen is finished. By the time this is over, she won't just lose her money. She'll lose her crown forever. She'll lose her crown forever.